just finished our first Ayurvedic massage experience. The whole thing with Ayurvedic massage is that it involves oil and herbs, right? That's the therapeutic part of it.
Now, I've had massages back at home before, and I've got to say, there was never quite as much oil involved. Neither was there quite as much nudity. As soon as I figured out how to wear this thing,
was it like a male loincloth?
pretty much a loincloth.
Well, I got nothing. I was essentially told to strip naked, and I was like, should we change? I was like,
Into what?
So I was like, okay, I guess I strip naked, and I hope I'm not offending anyone. So strip naked, and then sits me down, and then we start with the scalp massage.
Now, my guy started with a foot wash, which was kind of interesting. So I had a foot wash and lots of chanting. There was chanting around my feet, and then chanting around my face, and then some kind of smoldering herb, and there was a very interesting sort of spiritual aspect to the beginning of it. And then I got to the point that you got to.
So after my scalp massage, that's when the almost glorious, like the sensation of like hot oil being poured on you. So hot oil had this eucalyptus scent, which was fantastically rejuvenating, and then she proceeded with this hardcore regimen of like the right side, then goes down to the leg, and the left side, and a lot of like core section, torso stuff, and like
Yeah, a lot of digestive assistance, I guess.
which we've needed, so
Yeah,
that
no
was
kidding.
really, really good.
Basically, the whole process took an hour, and it was very cool to have the massage oil kept in brass vessels instead of like squirty little plastic bottles like back home. There was something very traditional about it.
And obviously cultural about it. And all in all, it was, again, a really nice experience. It was just quiet, the smells were fantastic, it was very, very relaxing, which is great.
And I've got to say, I've never had a massage that had more oil involved in it, because I soaked up 3 times and actually used shampoo, and I can still feel it. But it feels like a healthy amount of oil now, which is kind of nice. I think it'll help with the tan.
Yeah, the beaches of Goa, right? So, anyway, all in all, fantastic, great Ayurvedic experience, and might have to come back to Keralan next year for some more. We're currently in Lilu's home, which is literally a woman named Lilu, and this is her home. She happens to have a homestay, and then she also happens to teach Keralan cooking. So we're here to spend about 3 hours with her, learn 5 local dishes, and then spend an hour eating it all.
What is your favorite fish? You can cook that way. With bone or without bone. That is your choice. Okay, even prawns you can cook.
So far we've gotten about half a finger length of ginger, she said, 10 to 12 cloves of garlic, and 4 to 5 shallots.
Kerala curry leaves. If you don't get it, forget about this. Without this, you can cook it.
Okay. It's fresh, and apparently it's something that is very significant in Keralan Indian dishes. Other places in the north will use curry powder. Keralans use curry leaves.
Kerala traditional cooking, we are using coconut oil. Coconut oil is the secret of our taste. 1. 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, you can add it for 500 grams of fresh curry. Medium heat. Don't put your flame up. Mustard seed, 1 teaspoon. After it pops, we add all the chopped items. Curry leaves, use 10 or 12 pieces. Turmeric, half teaspoon is enough for 500 grams. Fenugreek powder, half teaspoon. This is the seed. You know the seed?
No idea. Smell it.
And hold on, put it in the cheese.
Really?
Or bread, something. Yeah. This one, actually, it is a bitter taste. If you have any Indian shop near you, go and ask for Kashmiri chili powder. The color of the chili is very dark red, but the taste is, the hotness is less. 4 teaspoons, you can add it for 500 grams of fish. So you take it in a bowl. Don't add direct to oil, it will burn out. These 3 spices, we will add little water to dilute it. Half cup of water you can use. See, we got a good paste. We will add it into the sorted onion. Now we will stir it until the chili become roast. See, this color is light color now. This color will change into dark red. Till that we will roast it. When you roast the masala, don't put your flame up, because you will lose your real flavor, you will not get it. Very patiently roast the masala. The oil will separate from the spice. Till that we will stir. Okay, see the oil is coming out from spices and the color of the chili changed into dark red. That means the masala is ready. Now we are going to add tamarind. You know tamarind? This is smoked tamarind. So you will get a smoked flavor in the fish curry. We are calling it coco. This is our tamarind. You will get the tamarind paste in your place. 5 teaspoons. Okay, if you don't get this tamarind, you can use the tamarind paste or liquid. You just put it in water and add. Plus 1 cup of water. You can add 1 teaspoonful of salt. The fish will take lot of salt. So if this is the correct level of the fish curry salt, if you taste it, that is, you feel that oh this is correct. Salt little more you add it. The fish will take it after it cooks. Okay, the water is boiled. We are adding the fish. Now it's over. Now cover it to cook in medium heat 20 minutes. Okay, go ahead and enjoy the food.
We're at the stage of eating all the delicious things we've made. We've made about 5 different dishes, and I'm sure they're all going to be amazing.
If the clean plates don't tell you, that food was amazing. I can't wait to cook that back home. Now we've got one more culinary adventure to go on, and it's a place called Dal Roti, and it's in our book as the best food in town. So that's going to be our last meal in Kerala. And it's a place with an owner, Ramesh, who is smart enough to not put ice in your drink and then tell you that he has ice made from mineral water. That way you're not terrified of your drink. Good thing for foreigners. So we've ordered mutton, which normally I would expect to be lamb, but here apparently that means goat. So it's not quite a roti. At least not the way we see them at home. But it is wrapped in rice paper, kind of neat, so it's got a bit of a shawarma feel already. And inside of here, this bread is kind of like naan, and kind of like chapati, but it's called paratha, which means it's a bit more like a pastry. And it's awesome. So let's see how this is.
So I ended up ordering this dish called tawa sakamurg. The only reason we haven't seen this particular chicken dish anywhere in India is because Ramesh is the only one that does it the original way, which is to batter it not in corn flour or chickpea flour, but in a special paste or batter made out of crushed, I believe it's watermelon seeds, cantaloupe seeds, just different types of seeds, which makes this delicious batter that it's crispy on the outside when you fry it, but none of the oil gets seeped in, and so the chicken inside or whatever's in there stays really succulent and tender. Since India is known for its ridiculously sweet sweets, we had to order a dessert called gulab jamun, which is essentially reduced milk rolled into balls, deep fried, and then covered in syrup.
It blows my mind that this is dairy. It just tastes like it just feels like a wet Timbit. It's awesome.
We've been in the hotel for 3 nights and we just discovered this great little place. This is the museum, and towards the back of the museum, it's essentially a natural arts crafts kind of area. We have a loom on one side. That gentleman over there is a basket weaver, and then they make clay pots here too, like Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore ghost styles. So I am currently wearing a hat made out of palm leaves that you wear in the rice fields when you're farming. It's supposed to be for shade. Pretty sweet.
Just so that there's no confusion, in India, when their train's 3 tiers, that doesn't mean that it's 3rd class. That means that there are 3 people sleeping in the same space.
It's just a little more cramped of a spot that I pass out on the trains anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference.
And if everything goes well, we'll be in Goa in time for lunch on the beach.